Hey, it's Heart, and I am back in Manila, and normally when I'm here, I paint because this is where you will find the core of my heart. So I've shared paintings and videos of me creating my artworks on my Instagram and YouTube, but today we are actually going to be showing you me painting on an actual canvas. I think I'm still rediscovering myself when it comes to painting. I was very, very young. I started on the walls of our house. I remember in San Francisco in Foster City, and my mom would be so angry at me, but my dad was like, yeah, ano mo siya? And then I also remember I would sketch on Vogue covers. I'd outline the lips, put eyeliner, and I really liked it. And I guess that's why I love making. I would have a muse, it would always be women, because in a sense, it kind of goes back to me tracing the covers of Vogue magazine. I love Paul Klee, Frida Kahlo. I also love Matisse. I also, growing up, was a Gustav Klimt fan. But as life has, developed and all of that, again, you start to realize there are just so many things you need to do, so many rules you need to follow, so many things that you cannot do, that you just want to do freestyle. It's so liberating to do freestyle and just like do whatever you want. So basically, my inspiration these days would be your random emotions, whether that's depression, anxiety, happiness, fear, sadness. And I think there's something really beautiful about melancholy moments. So yeah. I used to sketch, but again, when you sketch, I feel like it's all about coloring within the lines or like not beyond the lines. So I would just go for it. I like, as an artist or as an actor in a sense, I like to use music to kind of motivate me and to tap certain emotions that I have. And that's how I begin. Music, the right song, and then it just happens. It's like pressing the button. I would paint on the spot, but it hits differently when I am not in a good mood or when I'm extremely in a happy place. That's how I started actually painting seriously, because everything in life is kind of directed. You have to be a certain mold. As an actor, you do your thing when it's after 5, 4, 3, 2 action, and then it stops when you hear cut. And I didn't want to have any more rules and all these things that you followed. So it was very liberating and therapeutic for me to paint whenever I wanted to and paint whatever I wanted. Okay, so I love painting women because it would probably represent the emotion I had at the time. As an actor, I guess it's all about your body language, your facial reactions, your mannerism, and the emotions that you show through your eyes. So I felt like that was the best way for me to convey an emotion, a feeling, was to paint a woman. And so a woman would basically represent my state of mind at that specific time. I really love painting on bags, on leather. There's a certain rush I get when it comes to painting on Hermes bags or a nice Louis Vuitton Capuchin. Murals, I did it once, I loved it. Took me the whole day. It took the life out of me because I was so dead tired, but it was so satisfying to just go wild on a huge blank wall and paint however you wanted and do whatever you want. Okay, so you all know I'm an artist. I love traveling. I love just, being carefree. But being an artist doesn't mean you're not smart. And there is like a thinking that if you're an artist, you're all over the place. It's actually very different. I started young and I really wanted to invest on solid things like properties. I have certain businesses. So you always have to, as somebody who wants to be smart and needs to be smart at the same time. So you all know that I work with RLC, but those of you who don't know, I'm actually really good friends with the people behind RLC way before I started to really work with them. and shoot with them. I have invested in a few properties with them, and I really like the way they do things, because basically your hard-earned money, you know that it's not gonna go elsewhere. It's gonna be solid, it's gonna grow. So I always like to update myself with what's happening, what's new, what else they're developing, because, you know, now we live for today, but you also have to make sure that you secure your future, and the best way would be properties. It'll always save you. Aside from painting, I get serious and I see what's happening, and RLC actually has a new property. It's Sink and Tower, and they are building it. It's something very, very exciting, and that's just basically what I like to do in my day. I always like to update myself, and this is what I'm doing now. Looks really, really nice. Oh, and it's going to be launched on October 2022, so that's very fast, and I love it because they always come up with new projects that are fast. So those of you who are going to pre-buy, or you know, all of that, the development is really fast. So really exciting. So this up and coming one is going to be in C5. So you can't go wrong, because this is basically the area you want to be, especially when you're in and out and working. So that's really nice. Okay, so now na smart tayo, painting tayo, good balance in life, art, feeling the mood, investing. I gotta work more, but you know what? Because we're gonna work more, I